This painting wasn't bad. In fact, I was ready to call it done. But then I thought, what if I use it to try something new? More fog, bigger clouds, sharper tree details. Was it worth the risk? I've been trying to challenge myself, not just to finish paintings, but to explore inside them. And this one gave me the perfect chance. I wasn't sure it would work, but I did figure that I'd learn something either way. First, I tackled the clouds. I wanted them to feel more alive, with motion and light. Then came the fog in the distance. It's subtle, but it pulls the whole background together and adds depth. At this point, I wasn't sure if I was improving it or slowly ruining everything. The fog takes a light touch. I'm using a little bit of titanium white, thin with some linseed oil. Titanium white is opaque, so using a little bit of linseed oil thins it down to make it more transparent. I also reworked this tree. More highlights, more shape. It's a small change, but it adds story and balance. With this small change, you can tell that the sun is coming from the left side of the painting. Before, it wasn't so obvious. I didn't have to do this, but pushing yourself even just a little, that's how you grow. This wasn't about saving a bad painting. It was about asking, what if I tried something different? Sometimes it doesn't work, but this time I think it did. This was one of those why not try it moments, and honestly, I'm glad I did. It didn't need saving, but it did need a little curiosity. If you've ever had a painting like that, where you just kept nudging it forward, let me know down in the comments. And if you're new here, feel free to stick around. We're just getting started. For the tree leaves, I'm using a mixture of phthalo blue and cad yellow. The more phthalo blue you use, the darker your tone is, and of course the more cad yellow you use, the lighter your tone is. This part of the process was all about patience, just slowly building up texture on the tree. I didn't want it to feel too harsh, so I softened some of the edges as I went. Adding just a few highlights here make it feel like it's catching light, even if it's subtle. Sometimes you don't need to add much. A couple confident strokes can say more than 10 careful ones. For contrast, now I'm adding some shadow, so some darker tones for the leaves. This helps the highlights actually pop better. One step at a time. By adding layers, it actually helps improve the depth. It's really cool when you can actually see the darker leaves behind the ones that are lit up by the sun. I wanted to go ahead and enhance some of the bushes underneath the trees as well. This way you can still see some highlights and the shadows. Still using the same paintbrush and still using the same colors. So again, we're using phthalo blue mixed with cad yellow. And variations of that are going to give you your different color control. I decided to use a small fan brush to help with the grass. This way it helps show individual blades of grass. Adding the shadow here helps it look more realistic. I also decided to add more highlights here as well. This way it looks like the sun is actually peering through the tree. Again, by adding these shadows on the right side, you can tell where the sun is coming from. These are just a few ideas that actually help enhance your paintings. You could spend all sorts of time on these. Sometimes with a wet-on-wet process, you don't have all the time to actually go ahead and start adding details. So in this case, this has dried, so it does make it easier to go ahead and add the details after the fact. I'm using the small fan brush to add a few individual leaves on the tree. Give it a little bit more realism. Sometimes the regular brushes just give you dots. And sometimes those look great, but in this case I just wanted to add a little bit more. And again, why not give it a try? You can get different effects with the fan brush depending on how you have it turned. You can do sharp leaves, you can do slanted leaves, fatter leaves. So using the point of the fan brush is what I'm doing, but you could turn it up and you could turn it sideways. Just gives you more of a different effect. Now I'm adding a little bit more detail to the path. So in this case, you gotta add a little dirt here and some shadow. And just using a small brush with some burnt umber. Next time you're unsure about a painting, maybe ask, what can I try? Not what can I fix? Thanks for watching. And if you do something bold in your next painting, tag me or drop me a comment. I'd love to see it.